Yeah, I got tired of it too. All the stuttering, man, the micro hits, the issues with the full RAM and the paging files and the hard drive issue and the Apex is just holy crap. It's bad. It's bad. And no matter if you got a low end system or a high end system, everybody across all platforms are experiencing issues. I made another video that's this is an update to that video, and I hope that this helps you no matter what computer that you're running on. Hopefully this is a fix for you. Check this out.
Take your mouse and click the button, won't you subscribe to me? Lockouts providing the content that you see. I'm visually stimulating your mind.
All right, guys. The first thing that we're going to talk about here is this is a no BS guide to fix an Apex Legends. This is legit, man. I got a couple thousand hours in Apex, and this update, no matter what I don't know what it is, but it's just made Apex worse for a lot of people, and some people have made it better. Hopefully this just makes everything better for everybody. This is not editing CFG files or anything to do with the game. This is editing our windows and making Apex run to our computer and for our computer with our computer better on our computer. So the first thing that you guys are going to need to get, all these programs are in the links over there, guys. So click them, download them. First thing that you're going to need to get is timer resolution. If you guys don't know what timer resolution is, it looks just like this right here. And what this does is this ensures the lowest latency between your CPU and your GPU, your monitor. It ensures the lowest cache times and all that good stuff right here. This helps your timer resolution for your monitor's display. So when you click a button, it registers super fast. This right here is what you need. If you already have this program and you're seeing any number that is not 0.500, that means that you have artificial Windows 10 bloat timers on there, and we're going to discuss how to fix that in just a second. So moving right along, the next program that you guys are going to need to get is going to be called Intelligent Standby List Cleaner. It's this one right here. Apex Legends, no matter what, I've got 16 gigs of RAM. I am waiting for mail so that I can double up my RAM and have 32 gigs because I do a lot of video editing here, and I'm growing on YouTube. And if you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe, do all the little stuff, help a fella out because I'm trying to help you. Anyways, there is a RAM memory leak issue, so no matter the amount of RAM that you have, I found myself running out of RAM. And when I ran out of RAM, I found myself stuttering out of everything I was doing. I was like, dude, what is going on? And I've done all kinds of researches from everywhere, different forums, different posts, and in the end, it's a RAM leak. So what I did is I found Intelligent Standby List Cleaner right here. And if you have, say, 8, 16, 32 gigs, whatever it is, you can set your minimum amount to be purged right here. And set this right here. So set this file size to 1024. Keep this right here to 1024. And if you have 8 gigs of RAM, set this to 2048. If you've got 16 gigs of RAM, set this to 4096. All right. If you've got 32 gigs of RAM, double 4096 again. All right. Excuse me. And as you can see right here, it says that I have 5,300 megs in my standby list, and free RAM is just under 7 gigs. If I purge it right now, what it does is it just clears all the cache stuff that's sitting on my RAM. And Apex loves caching stuff and leaking all kinds of stupid files onto your RAM, and you end up having a big hit. So turn your ISLC polling rate to 500 or 1,000. Don't go over 1,000 because your computer will go crazy trying to purge your RAM. Keep it at 1,000. Do not enable the custom timer resolution because you are using already a program that's right before you got this timer resolution. So do not use this. You do not want 2 timer reses. We are going to disable the Windows 10 timers right after this. So what you'll do then is just click start, and this right here, every time your RAM gets to be below, say, 2048 megabytes, it will automatically purge your standby list without you having to do it. And so if you're in game and Apex has leaked all your RAM out and you start getting stutters, this will purge your list. And I was streaming one time just a couple of days ago, not one time, a couple of days ago, and I looked at my ISLC after I got done streaming Apex for about 3 hours, and it had purged my RAM 571 times. I experienced a little bit of stuttering here and there, but it was nowhere near like what I usually got while I was trying to stream Apex Legends on one computer and play it at the same time. And man, I was having huge performance hits. So I did still experience a little bit of hiccups. Now, if I'm not streaming and I use this program, Apex is smooth as butter. It's, you know, I only have 16 gigs of RAM, and Apex is swallowing up a lot of it on top of me streaming at 1080 and re-encoding off of my GTX 1080 graphics card. So this right here should help the RAM leak issue that you guys are having. The next program that you guys are going to want to get is called RTSS. It's called Rivia Tune Statistics Server. And what this does is it syncs the frame rate of Apex Legends from your GPU to your monitor, okay? And if you guys have a FreeSync or a G-Sync monitor and you guys are experiencing stuttering, make sure that you disable your G-Sync or your FreeSync in your NVIDIA control panel or your AMD control panel or on your monitor. Just turn it off altogether, okay? And when you guys turn it off, you're gonna get, let's see here, let me find out where's my RT. Here it is. So let's load RTSS up right here. And as you notice, my screen went black because RTSS has taken control of the frame rate now, or the frame pacing of my graphics card. All right. So what this does is when you turn off your G-Sync, all right, this is not going to let your monitor downclock and overclock and all that stuff, so you're getting different variable refresh rates from the different times and all this different crap that is happening in Apex's poorly optimized game. All right, this right here will force hard sync your graphics card to your monitor. Now, in my previous video, some viewers experienced mouse lag. So if you guys are getting mouse lag, try turning your polling rate down on your mouse to 500. That fixed it for some people. If that doesn't fix it for you, keep your mouse at 100 and do not use RTSS then, because you're going to end up with some mouse lag and it'll be undesirable and you don't want that. So if you are getting mouse lag with this program, try it at 500 hertz polling on your mouse. If it doesn't fix it, again, turn off RTSS and just don't use this at all. Now, what this does is you could either do this one of two ways, guys. You can hard limit your frame rate, and this will ensure even frame pacing, not just a frame rate. This ensures frame pacing. So however long it gets to go through, let's say you have 10 frames, all right, and through them 10 frames is 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.002, 0.004, 0.001. Somewhere in that 10, there was an off pace frame of 0.002 and 0.003. That's poorly unoptimized file that you're coming across from either a RAM leak or a video file or some type of something that's in the game or with the game engine, and you're getting an uneven frame time. RTSS will even that out and sync that 002 to now it's 001. All right, so even if you hard cap it, say if you have a 144 hertz panel, hard cap your FPS to 138 or to 141. Try it at both of them depending on your monitor. I don't know what kind of monitor you have. I have 144 hertz G-Sync Asus panel. That's what I'm running with a GTX 1080 WindForce OC graphics card. All right. On my monitor, I have screen tearing that ends up right here on my monitor when I'm playing Apex Legends. All right. And what scanline sync is you leave your frame rate to 0, and scanline sync, what this does is it will almost reduce your input lag to 0, and it will enable a type of VSync, not actually VSync. It will enable a type of VSync. So like you have vertical lines that are on your monitor that are going up and down, and then you have horizontal lines. These vertical lines are numbered, all right? And then you have horizontal lines that are scanned, like, say, think of a printer as it's printing out a picture. Well, that's how your monitor is, and only it's an ultra fast, 1 ms resolution. Even faster, 0.50 now if you're using these custom timer reses, all right? Scanline sync, what this does my tier was right here, and what it did is it will pull it right down. Now you want to pull it right down to the very bottom of your monitor. You do not want to pull it off of the screen. I had a lot of confusion in the last video, so I'm telling you guys very clearly now. Pull it right down to the very bottom or pull it to the very top, depending on how you guys are using Scanline Sync. If you put a positive number in Scanline Sync, you will add up with a little bit of input delay and you will get a little tiny bit of input lag because Scanline Sync acts as a form of VSync. If you use a negative number in Scanline Sync, so whether or not your tier is right here, say split your screen in half, okay? So if your tier is halfway in between your monitor, all right, and you are using a negative number and it is pulling it up your monitor and you end up right here, we'll just pull it right to the very top of your monitor to right here. And what RTSS is doing is that frame that is coming right behind it, it is ensuring that you're seeing one frame at a time and you're not getting tearing, which is 2 frames overlapped of each other. That's where that tear mark is. Think of 2 pictures and you slide the 2 pictures together like this, all right? You have one picture here and then another picture on top of it. Wherever that picture's hard line is, you see that. That's the tier line on your screen. You're getting overlaps on frames on your screen. So if you turn off G-Sync or FreeSync, or if you don't even have a G-Sync or FreeSync monitor and you're getting tearing in your monitor, you Scanline Sync, pull it down. Use a negative number. The negative number ensures that you're getting the backmost rendered frame that is getting forced to be pulled forward. So you're hard forcing. You can't tell that trust me. I play a lot of Apex Legends, buddy, and there's no input lag when I run Scanline Sync, all right? So for me, it was at the bottom 3/4 of my screen, -160, it moved it down. Start at 0, start in increments of 10, -10, -20, -30, -40, and then move it all the way down. You might end up at -47, -58, or -422 might be your number. Whatever it is, it moves that scan line, that tier mark, to the very bottom of your screen or to the very top of your screen, ensuring you are using a negative number. Do not use a positive number. Now, if you end up with, mouse lag from Scanline Sync, don't use this. Hard limit your frame rate, use 0, okay? Or hard limit your frame rate to, if you have a 144 hertz monitor, limit it to either 138 or 141, depending on your graphics card and your monitor, okay? Now, another thing that I'm going to tell you is if you cannot, when using RTSS, if you even have RTSS enabled and you have all the settings turned down in the game and you still cannot maintain 138 FPS in the game, what you guys need to do is go to your display settings, okay, and turn your friggin' refresh rate down on your monitor. I know that you don't want to, but telling you, if you want to get rid of the fucking stuttering that is in there, you have to turn it down to 120 hertz and you have to be able to hold a stable, maintainable frame rate to let RTSS enable it is ensuring an even frame pacing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you have 10 frames, 01, 01, and then frame 3 is 002, frame 4 is 005, do you understand it's an offset of frame pacing? You will ensure that you, no matter what, are getting, if you downclock your monitor from 144 hertz to 120 hertz, and you hard limit your FPS to say 117 or 114, that is ensuring that you can maintain that high of an FPS at 100% of the time during hard fights, during just running around in a field, no matter what. RTSS excuse me, will ensure an even frame pace at that maintained consistent frame rate. If you get a even frame consistent time at whatever frame that you can hold stable on your computer, it will ensure that you are getting better, stable muscle memory building movement from your mouse, okay? If you have beautiful frame pacing all the time in every game, you're going to get used to that. If you have 120 frames in this game, and then you have 170 frames here, and then you're in this combat and you get 90 frames, you've got different frame pacing, man. Your mouse is reacting differently, and you're not accurately shooting everything, nor is it accurately giving you response time when you're pulling triggers. So ensuring an even frame rate pacing will ensure that you have muscle memory built up to the frames that you're able to consistently hold on your computer. I don't care if you've got a 2080 and an 8700K. If you can only get 120 frames stable downclock your friggin' monitor, dude, to 120 and cap your frames at 114. That'll ensure that your GPU is running at, say, 90% utilization instead of 100. It has a little bit of headroom to be able to get whatever hiccup is going to get thrown at you from an unoptimized game from Apex Legends. All right. The next thing that we're going to get into, guys, is this is what you guys want right here. All right, is enabling ultimate performance mode power plan in your Windows. All right, so what you guys got to do for this is right click on your little start button, click on Windows PowerShell, the admin. It's going to ask you, do you want to run this? You click yes. It's going to load up a little blue box. That little blue box guy looks like this. You're going to take this command that I'm going to give you right here. It says powercfg with a dash duplicate scheme, a bunch of numbers and letters like this. All right, what this does is it enables, so you're going to copy it, paste it, Control C to copy, Control V to paste in PowerShell, or right click and paste or whatever. Get it in here, hit enter. I'm not going to do this because I already have it on. I'm recording a video. It'll mess up my computer as I'm doing this stuff, and I don't want to have to go through all my settings again to get back to where I am right now. So do this, hit enter. It's going to tell you that it's enabled. When it's enabled, you guys are going to go back down to where the start is, into your run tab. You're going to then type in power. When you see power, you're going to see a little power plug button guy that looks like this. When you see that little guy, you're going to get this thing that pops up. This is going to be your now power options. You're going to click on this little tab that's here at the top. It says power options. Click on that one. You're going to get all of your power options that are displayed. All right. If your computer is getting hot when you're playing Apex Legends, from doing this, turn off ultimate performance mode, put it on high performance, okay? High performance is a little bit less intensive on your computer from Windows allocating different resources in a different way. If you're not having any of those issues, or if you want to just, take your side case off or whatever it is to lower the temperatures from whatever reason that ultimate performance is raising your temperatures, figure it out. It's your system, it's not mine. Ultimate performance, you want to run it. It's definitely something that I'm recommending. I'm telling you how to do it, so do it. Once you guys enable ultimate performance and you get to this thing right here, click this little button right here, click on change plan settings, turn your display off, never. Put the computer to sleep, never. You never ever want your computer that is a gaming or an editing rig to be going to sleep. When you're not at your computer, you do not want your hard disks and all that, dude. It's bad for your disks and all that stuff. The fact that they're putting this, I understand why they have it, but it's not good, especially when you have overclock systems and all kinds of other stuff. No, don't do it. All right, so click on change advanced power settings. You're going to get this little box that comes up right here. Turn hard disk setting right here. Turn that off. 0. Set that to 0. Turn your hard disk off to never. Setting of 0 gives you never. The next thing that you want is if you guys are playing on a, say, laptop or just a wireless node that's onto your gaming PC, whatever it may be, if you guys are on wireless, set this to maximum performance in your wireless adapter setting right here. The next thing that you guys are going to want to have is PCI Express link power statement. You want that setting to be set to off. Processor power statement, this right here is going to be where you're going to, this is why ultimate performance matters, is because of this right here. So your minimum processor state, set this to 100. Maximum processor state, set this to 100. System cooling policy, set this to active. This does not mean that your CPU is running at 100% usage at all times, okay? This means that your CPU is running at 100% of the clock at all times. So if you guys have are experiencing unstable overclock issues, that's because your computer, when you're not using it or whatever it is downclocking and then trying to go back up to that clock, and it's not holding that stable clock rate because it's fluctuating during Windows. Windows is letting it. Set this to 100 min, 100 max. Shitty systems, you'll see a performance gain. High-end systems, medium systems, doesn't matter. Set it to a minimum max. So no matter if you're watching a YouTube video, if you're editing, if you're gaming, no matter what, your processor, when you use that task, is running at its max core clock. All right, it's not going to hurt your computer at all for running at its max core clock. And you definitely, when you're running an ultimate performance and you're trying to get the max performance, want to walk away from your computer and your CPU goes from running at 4 or 5 gigahertz and it downclocks to 1.1 because it's sitting there idle in the background, and then you go to click everything and it starts back up and your hard disks are now all woke back up, and you're, dude, screw all that, man. Keep everything running stable and clean. Maintain a stable system, all right? And the next thing that you guys are going to want to do is go to display and turn your display off of never. After that, you guys are going to go down into the run command right here, or to the search command right here. You're going to type in CMD. You're going to get command prompt to pop up. You're going to right click on command prompt and run it as an administrator. You're going to get a black box that pops up like this. What you're doing right here is disabling registry fake bloated Windows timers in Windows 10 from the 1803 update and edition. Once you do this, you know, even though you'll get a new update for Windows, you don't have to do this again. This is a registry edit that you've hard edited in there. You may want to do this again if you are experiencing, say, your timer resolution is not giving you this hard lock 0.50. If you're seeing 0.499 or anything else that is not 0.50, when you updated Windows and you're seeing timer resolution, that means that you have a fake bloated timer and you have a timer on top of a timer, which is bad. You're getting lag, you're getting stutters, it's happening to you, and unfortunately it's not good. So doing this right here, disabling, you have to, now the first thing that I'll do is I'll stop right here and say this. If you have an older computer and you have this available in your BIOS, go to your BIOS and enable this in your BIOS. Do not disable it in your BIOS, enable this in your BIOS, all right? If you have a brand new computer or a newer system like me, no matter what is going to be turned on, you're not going to have access to it. Or if you do have access to it because you have a very super duper top tier board, just leave it enabled in your BIOS. You want to disable it in Windows though, all right? This is HPET, is a high precision event timer, and you do not want that, all right? So the command is bcdedit /set space use platform clock no. Copy this, paste this, copy it from my little notes that's down here in the video. Copy it, take it from here, paste it in here, and hit enter. I'm not going to do it because I already have this. I don't want to be editing registries as I'm recording this video and doing all this stuff for you guys. I have done it already in my computer. After you do this, restart your computer. Do not move on to the next step without restarting your computer. You want to do this, restart your computer, so that Windows will delete the old Windows registry edit file, and then it will enable the one that you just enabled, okay? It will turn off Windows and it will delete the registry file. So restart your computer, come back in and do the step 3, which is disabling the artificial Windows 10 bloat timers, okay? So what you want to do is you want to go to bcdedit. It's the command is down in my video link again. bcdedit /set space use platform tick space yes. Control C it, Control V it here. Hit enter. When you put it into your computer, it's going to say that it's entered successfully. If it's all right, so you're going to set platform tick, set use platform tick space yes. Hit enter, restart your computer so that Windows will delete the old reg file and it will enter the new one. Come back into the video right here. Yes, I know that you have to do this. It sucks, but trust me, it's worth it. And then this may improve performance on an older machine, older graphics card, AMD, Intel, it doesn't matter. And laptops, all right? So this may help you. So no matter what, even if you're on a higher end system, just try it. If you don't notice a difference, well, that's great. If you do notice one, leave comments below for everybody and let everybody know, all right? So this command is bcdedit /set space disable dynamic tick space yes. Control C that. Take it over here into your command window and Control V it to paste it. Hit enter. It'll tell you the operation was completed successfully. If the operation was completed successfully, restart your computer. You guys are now almost done. All right. The very next thing that you're going to do after that is find where your Windows 10 find where your Apex Legends is on your desktop. You're going to right click the file. You're going to go to properties. You're going to go to compatibility, okay? And change high DPI settings, okay? You want to check override high DPI scaling performed by, make sure application is selected, and this little checkbox is selected right here. I have this set for change settings for all users. So if somebody else was to use my computer, this would entail it to run on anybody that's on my computer. All right, so disable full screen optimizations. You want this checkbox checked, and run this program as administrator. Yes, you want this program to be checked. Change high DPI settings. Do not check this one right here. Check this one down here though for override high DPI scaling performed by, and then application. Click OK, and then click OK, and then click OK. And if it asks you to restart your computer, okay, do that one more time. The next thing that you're going to want to do is right click on the same file that you just went and optimized and go to open file location. When you go to open file location, it is going to be this file right here. Okay, you're going to right click on it and do the same thing you just did. Go to compatibility, go to change high DPI settings, change settings for all users, however you want to do it. Just make sure that you override the scaling behavior, make sure the application is checked, make sure that you disable full screen optimizations. Okay. And then what you want to do is go to the launcher for Origin and do the same thing for Origin. Okay, do the same thing that's in Origin. Go to compatibility, go to disable full screen optimizations, change high DPI settings, override high DPI scaling performed by application. Click that, click apply, click OK. That's done. You could even go a step further, as you just did with the Apex Legends EXE. Go to open file location, find the origin location. Now look, these are all origin launchers. See every one of these? You could do this for every one of these. All right. And if you have advanced stuff like this that's popping up and it's saying that things are hidden and all this, that means that computers has your Windows has Apex blocked, and you need to go into your Windows settings for your security and unblock all of the origin client settings and everything like that. All right. So what you did right here is you fixed the Windows 10 timers. You found RTSS to enable even frame pacing for Apex Legends. You fixed the G-Sync issue, so you don't have to enable G-Sync while running Apex Legends. And you've got Intelligent Standby List Cleaner, so that you fixed the RAM issue, so that if we're getting stutters because you were running out of RAM, there you go. So all these things together, or just one of them, let everybody know how it helped you guys out, what you guys did. What was the fix for you that helped you? Was it all of them? Was it just one of them? Which one of these helped you guys? Leave your comments below. Hopefully this helps everybody or each of you. This is a big time video because it's a big time fix. I'm Lockouts. Peace.
Take your mouse and click the button, won't you subscribe to me? Lockouts providing the content that you see. I'm visually stimulating your mind, 1 minute at a time.